Muammar Gaddafi's weapons arsenal was massive. These pictures were taken during the war and show the widespread looting that went on. And now nobody knows where the majority of these weapons went.
It's a huge problem, and we will be dealing with this a decade from now as well. Libya has basically become one of the world's largest weapons markets, and we're not talking about handguns, we're talking about weapons of war, anti-aircraft guns, anti-aircraft missiles, tank shells.
A concern highlighted by former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton as she testified at the US Congress in January, where she added that there was no doubt that Libyan weapons were used in the attack on the Algeria oil facility that same month. Libya's borders stretch through vast areas of lawless desert, which makes the trade that much easier. It's been reported that Libyan weapons have not only shown up in Algeria, but also in Mali and Egypt's Sinai Peninsula. There are accounts of attempts to smuggle weapons into Syria and allegations that Libyan weapons have made their way into the Gaza Strip. This is a fighter in Gaza at the end of last year with the F-2000 assault rifle. And in this picture, also taken last year, you see the same type of weapon, but in the hands of a brigade member in Benghazi. Military experts say it's likely that this unusual weapon, which was initially bought for an elite brigade under the command of one of Gaddafi's sons, was smuggled into Gaza from Libya.
Gaza, we're seeing both the F-2000 assault rifle made in Belgium and the AK-103 assault rifle made in Russia. Both of those were seen together in the Libyan conflict, which is unusual. To see both of these unusual in themselves assault rifles in one place in the hands of the same forces, indeed side by side, very unusual.
It's hard to get exact confirmation of how and what gets shipped where, but there is little doubt that these weapons are crossing borders and into the hands of radical groups.
It is absolutely imperative that these weapons are brought under control because they're a game changer. We saw this in Mali last year. Once the Tuareg rebels got their hands on some of these Libyan weapons, they basically were able to overcome the Malian army in just a few days. So it really should be on the top of the international agenda.
Talks about how to regulate the global arms trade have been going on for more than 10 years. Perhaps the lessons of Libya and the instability in the Middle East and North Africa will convince world leaders that something must be done. Stefanie, Dekker, Al Jazeera.